Is this the body of Bigfoot? Two men from Georgia say it is.
There are a lot of people out there who really believe that Bigfoot is out there. Whether or not indeed they think this is it, I guess we'll have to see, right, Phil?
These two men from Georgia claimed they found the corpse of a Sasquatch in the woods.
These pictures created an international stir.
He's moving. He's moving, he's moving, he's moving.
Chances are, you've probably heard about that Bigfoot story back in 2008, where two Georgia hikers claimed they found the body of Bigfoot, but it was later determined that it was just a rubber costume, turning out to be one big hoax. Well, what if I told you that there's also been a few NBA hoaxes occur as well? You may be thinking, yo Cosgrove, what are you talking about? But trust me, you'll see what I mean. So sit back, grab some snacks, and enjoy the video. I'm not really sure how many of you guys remember this, but back in February of 2015, there were reports that Michael Jordan died of a sudden heart attack in his sleep at age 52. Now, I wouldn't blame you if you don't recall hearing about this, because it was an obscure website that broke the news called Chronica MX. And attached to the article was a tribute video dedicated to Michael Jordan that, for a moment, did make the story a little bit more believable.
We have a black male about 50 years of age. He suffered a possible heart attack and his condition is critical. It's a possible 1054. It's the Michael Jordan. I repeat, it's the Michael Jordan.
I still love this man. And the fact that he has passed away is absolutely mind-boggling and a travesty.
This definitely fooled some people, but not everyone was so quick to fall for it, as they realized that the footage they used of ESPN anchor Rich Eisen was actually taken from a segment of when he was talking about Stuart Scott passing away, and it was just edited to make it look like he was talking about Jordan. Another thing that didn't make sense was the fact that the news articles said that Jordan was found dead in his home in North Carolina, not Carolina, which was even further indication that the website had zero credibility. This was just another of many added to the pile of celebrity death hoaxes. Remember not too long ago I made a video about when thousands of people at a D-League game thought that Michael Jordan was in the building, but they quickly found out that it was just a Jordan impostor?
Is that who I think it is? I didn't think he was going to show up. Is that MJ? He showed up like, hey, no, that's not Mike. Hold on. Oh. He said the imposter, a buster, a bum to play me.
If you haven't seen that video yet, you should go check it out after this video. But right now, let's talk about the time when people thought LeBron James was gonna show up somewhere, but were left disappointed. As we all know, LeBron James is part owner of Blaze Pizza, and when he announced that he would be signing with the Lakers in the summer of 2018, Blaze Pizza decided to make a little announcement of their own. They tweeted that they will be celebrating the Lakers signing James by giving away free pizza at all Southern California locations during a 3-hour window, which was definitely nice of them. The fans were certainly happy to hear that, but it looks like LeBron James should have just left it at that. You see, the day before the pizza giveaway, LeBron somewhat hinted that he might show up at the Culver City location in Western LA, and obviously that cryptic tweet caused thousands of fans to rush to the LA pizza shop because they thought that meant he would make an appearance. The people waited in line forever, hoping to see him pull up, but eventually, as the hours went by, they all gave up and went on home. Well, not everyone gave up hope so easily. There were still the optimistic ones who really did believe that LeBron would pull up any second. But when LeBron James's wife, Savannah, posted this picture of James chilling in a pool while relaxing on this donut floaty around the same time, only then did they realize that meeting LeBron James was not gonna happen. Okay, I get that technically LeBron never actually promised he would make an appearance, but he definitely implied it. Let's just say the people were quite upset about James's misleading tweet. When Kobe Bryant tragically passed away, we all came to the realization that we will sadly never see Kobe sitting courtside ever again. But during the 2020 NBA All-Star game, which was just 21 days after the helicopter accident, some people, for a brief moment, thought they saw actual sightings of the Mamba himself that night on the court. People were freaking out when they first took a look at some of these photos. But after that split second of thinking it was the ghost of Kobe Bryant playing in the game, we all had to snap back to reality and acknowledge that it was just Chris Middleton in the pictures, who wore the number 24 in honor of Kobe. In fact, his whole team did, while the other team wore the number 2 in honor of Gianna. Now, what's weird is, after the game, LeBron actually said that he felt Kobe's presence on the court that night, which makes these photos seem a little more eerie. But once again, it was actually Chris Middleton. Some of you guys were probably not even fooled at all, but you have to admit that if you do squint your eyes a little bit, you can see the resemblance. Back in 2013, a video titled "Watch John Wall Throw a Full Court Alley-Oop to Himself" was uploaded to YouTube. Now, this was no ordinary self alley-oop. He didn't throw it off the glass or bounce it off the ground. Here, how about you see for yourself? Okay, who are we kidding? This is obviously fake, because it's clear that the cameraman purposely made sure the other basket was out of frame, so they can cut it right there. But the fact that he was one of the quickest and most athletic players at the time, and that he held his own against an Olympic gold medalist in a race before, kinda made it believable for a second, I guess. Plus the fact that people read the ridiculous title and still went out of their way to click on it speaks volumes, meaning that it must have not been totally out of the realm of possibility. But if you listen closely, John Wall himself instantly clears the air. I wouldn't be surprised if you've seen the video where Andre Iguodala pranks Festus Ezeli into believing he's been released from the team.
Two sources close to the Warriors say that backup center Festus Ezeli will be released from his contract before the playoff run. That's it. No more Festus.
Well, let's take a look at a similar one that you might not have known about. The year was 1990. Muggsy Bogues, Charles Barkley, and Rick Mahorn all teamed up to deceive one guy, J.R. Reed, who was a rookie on the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably the most elaborate scheme ever orchestrated by a group of NBA players. Alright, so J.R. Reed gets invited to Muggsy's house for dinner, right? But little did he know, there were multiple hidden cameras spread throughout the place. And to get straight to the point, Reed was tricked into thinking he's been traded to Philadelphia in exchange for Rick Mahorn. They even somehow managed to get their local news station to be in on it as well.
Rumors have been circulating throughout the NBA of some deals that might be taking place. Well, Sports Talk has verified a big one. Rick Mahorn will become a Charlotte Hornet. What? This was learned about 20 minutes ago. But in return, the Hornets will be giving up their #1 draft pick from last year from the University of North Carolina, J.R. Reed. That's correct. This rumor has been verified.
Immediately following the so-called reports, Charles Barkley and Rick Mahorn had to do a little acting to make it more convincing.
You know, I'm really upset. I feel that the Sixers really got a bad trade right now. I feel that when they get JR, he's a talented player, but he can't hold the line. He can't do the things that I can do. I'm just really disgusted with the whole thing.
Who do you think got the best of this trade?
I think Charlotte has the best of the trade because I'm going to Charlotte. I'm going to be a proven player. You know, I have to really worry about J.R. Reed because I don't think he's that tough.
I can't believe it. It's terrible. He's terrible.
Who do you think got the better end of the deal, Charlotte Hornets or the Philadelphia 76ers?
Well, I think Charlotte probably, you know, got the better, and they're getting an experienced veteran forward, and we're getting a little kid who's not ready yet.
All right, Charles, we know you're very upset. Thanks for taking the time out to talk to me.
You're welcome. Just a bad trade. Sorry.
When JR attempted to make a few phone calls, they planned ahead and rigged the phone line so he won't be able to reach anyone.
One thing about JR, he don't know that he's on the pro basketball funniest pranks.
JR, we got him.
They got it. Y'all got it. Oh man, y'all got it.
Alright guys, let me know if there's any other NBA hoaxes that I forgot to include in this video down in the comments below.
Oh my god, I can't believe it! My baby!
And if you enjoyed, please take the time to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.